And once again, ladies and gentlemen, you already know who it is. Welcome back to the Lewis Basketball Network, man. It is your boy Lewis, and I am back with another one, with another banger, with yet another video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Make sure to like this video. Make sure to share this video. Only helps the channel grow. Truly appreciate it. Hope everyone is having a wonderful Wednesday morning. We are in the middle of the week. As you can see on my tablet here, I was just watching a video of Damian Lillard in the post game. The YouTube picture-in-picture. This is what Android tablets can do, and I have a Samsung tablet, but I'm just looking at the game, and I saw most of that game. The Nuggets win in impressive fashion, 124-98. This game was close in the beginning, and then the Nuggets just blew it open. Their defense just pretty much impressive. And if you look at the box score, Paul Millsap, 34 minutes, gives you 24 points and 8 rebounds. Nikola Jokic, 25 points and 19 rebounds. Gary Harris chips in 16. Jamal Murray, 18. Will Barton, 10. And Malik Beasley gives you 10. So if you look at it, ladies and gentlemen, you have 6 guys in double figures. That's number one. And number two, they get 33 bench points on top of that. And so the Nuggets' defense was stifling, and they were just making plays out there. And the Nuggets, I'm going to just tell you right now, man, this team, I question, like, with their inexperience, like, how these guys are going to be in the playoffs. But with the matchups that they've gotten, they've actually gotten better. And they've gained more experience within each game of the series that they have played in each game in the playoffs. This Nuggets team is going to be scary, ladies and gentlemen. If they get themselves a superstar player, this team can contend for the championship. Not even just for the West Crown, for the championship. No questions about it, man. This team, they're loaded. They're deep. They play together. The NBA is looking bright for this Denver Nuggets team as long as the front office doesn't try to screw it up. For the Blazers, disappointing. Rodney Hood gives you 14 points. Zach Collins gives you 14 points. Damian Lillard gave you 22 points, but I bet he struggled from the field. CJ McCollum only gives you 12 when he got off to a very, very solid start. And when you look at the bench, you got what? The bench was able to provide you 40. Let me see. 21, 35, 44, 46, 47, 49 points from your bench. The starters pretty much struggled. Only 2 guys in the starting lineup played well. I mean, you only got 15 points from the rest of your starters. So, that's not a good look, man. And that's the thing. Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, the fact that there's no superstar player that can really kind of take that pressure off of them makes it really hard, especially when they could just zone in on the guards. Can I tell you, Gary Harris's defense was great. It was awesome, and it's like he deserves a lot of credit for the way he played Damian Lillard last night. Just incredible. When we look at the stats, ladies and gentlemen, Blazers shot 49%, while the Blazers got 8 more field goal attempts. That's because the Blazers had more second shot opportunities with their offensive rebounds. 3-pointers, both teams shot pretty ugly. The Blazers just shot worse in terms of percentage, 27-33 for Denver. Denver only got to the line one more time, but shot an efficient 28 of 31. That's 90%. The Blazers missed 14 free throws. Not a good look neither. 27 missed 3-pointers, 14 missed free throws. They missed 62 field goal attempts. Yeah, they're going to struggle. On top of that, the Nuggets did a better job finishing their defensive possessions, plus 18 on the rebounds. The Blazers had 3 more offensive rebounds, but it really didn't matter because the Denver Nuggets out-rebounded them on the defensive end 52-31 if you take away the offensive rebounds. In the assist, the Nuggets do an excellent job of sharing the ball, second in the league in assists, 26-19. The Blazers outblocked them 6-4, outstealed them by 5-4. Both teams really took care of the basketball. They didn't really turn the ball over. But look at that stat line right there. Booyah. When your threes are not falling, look at that. See where that circle is at, ladies and gentlemen? Right there. 66 points in the paint. This is how the Bucks beat the Celtics 2 nights ago. So, and then the fouls, they were just about even, with the Blazers committing 1 more foul than them. So that's just it on that game. I'm sorry, but I think the Blazers are losing this series. I had picked them to win originally, but I don't think they're going to win. If they win Game 6, then hey, they have a chance to win Game 7. But I don't think that they're going to win. That's just my opinion. I think the Nuggets are going to go on to the Western Conference Finals. I think they're playing with a certain confidence and a swagger. And most importantly, I honestly think they have figured out how this Blazer team is played, and they've made certainly great adjustments by the coach, Mike Malone. And so now what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is go to the other game last night, the very disappointing game, 2 blowouts. And this one, ladies and gentlemen, I want to end with this one because, come on now. The Philadelphia 76ers get blown out by 36 points, 125 to 89. At one point, they were down by damn near 40. Tobias Harris, 15 points in 34 minutes. Jimmy Butler showed up 22 points in 30 minutes. Joel Embiid with a terrible 13 points and 6 rebounds in 31 minutes. J.J. Redick only scored 3 points. I thought the Raptors did a good job in paying attention to him. When he would come off those curls and those screens, there would be a defender when they'd be able to switch and show out. And they would even double team him at the 3-point line where J.J. Redick couldn't even get a clean look. And Ben Simmons, and people overrating this guy. And look at this, 7 points, 4 assists, 7 rebounds in 25 minutes. I told you that Ben Simmons isn't going to be effective because he can't shoot. And ladies and gentlemen, I've said this for the longest. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I watched the game and I see it. This Philadelphia team lacks discipline. This team is not going to win a championship with Ben Simmons not having a jump shot. I'm telling you. The Sixers bench, well, let's see. Ennis only gave you 1 point in 23 minutes. That's not good. Mike Scott gave you 10. The bench gave you 29 points. But they don't really feel impactful, and it's because of the starting lineup. The Sixers just did a poor job of not showing up. Jimmy Butler did show up. Tobias Harris was a little bit better, but he had been non-existent through the first 4 games of the series, and he missed a lot of threes in Game 4 that really could have put them in a 2-2 tie. But that could have put them up 3-1, honestly. But it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. So, and it's not good. It's not good on their part. So that's what's really bad about this loss. And when we go back to the Raptors again, and let's look at the Raptors. Kawhi Leonard did not shoot the ball well in 36 minutes, but he had 21 points and 13 rebounds. But look at Pascal Siakam on a bad calf. 25 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Gasol chipped in 11. Kyle Lowry gave you 19. He played much, much better in Game 5 by being aggressive. Danny Green gave you 17 big points, and Serge Ibaka chipped in with 10. So you had 6 guys in double figures in the lineup. But then the Raptors bench, 5 for Van Vliet, 7 for Powell, 2 for McCall, 3 for Meeks, 2 for... So the bench, let's see, 15, 22, 24, 27, 29. They gave you 32 bench points. This was the first time in this series that the bench looked much better than in the first 4 games because they were not getting anything from the bench through the first 4 games in this series. But they look absolutely good tonight, and this was very impressive. The Raptors' defense was just sensational, and let's see if we look at the stats: 48% to 41%. 3-pointers, Raptors were plus 30 from the 3-point line, 16 to 40. Sixers just 6 to 24. Free throws, the Raptors got to the line 13 more times, shot 87%, 29 to 33. Sixers were 17 to 20, very efficient. Rebounds, 42-37, not a wide margin, but and not even on the offensive glass, just by 1. The Raptors shared the ball, 22 assists to 19. Sixers have 5 blocks to 2. But look at the Raptors, 12 steals. 12 steals. The Sixers committed 19 turnovers to the Raptors 10, so they took care of the ball. And then points in the paint, 38 to 32. Not a wide margin, but, it was because the Raptors were much more hot from the outside and got to the free throw line. And then Sixers committed more fouls. So defense, so this is what I'm taking away from it. I know Embiid may be sick and his conditioning may be off, but the fact that he comes out and the way he comes and says of how he's feeling, it just kind of takes the life out of your team. Just the way he just like expresses himself, like whether he's injured or whether he's sick. And what's so crazy is in this series, we talked about his knee, we talked about his conditioning. Then he had a stomach virus in Game 4. Then from that to then he has an upper respiratory illness. Now I'm gonna say this: it's not easy to deal with those things, and I believe Embiid is all of that. But it was like he's kind of saying these kind of things as to why he's not playing well. Kind of like describing it. And I'm just like, there have been players who have been sick or who has been, tough. It's not easy, okay? And I don't know what it's like to be, that severely sick, to be able to go out there and perform, and it'd be so difficult because you're playing a lot of minutes. But in B, you're the star of the team. You can't show the opposition how weak you are. Listen, Michael Jordan played with the damn flu in the finals. Whether he had a stomach virus, whatever the rumors were, Michael Jordan, you could tell, looked sick out there. And he did everything he could in his power to be there for his team and be there for his fans and gave you a 38-point performance. And that's what I'm saying. And like he said, no matter how sick I was, no matter how tired I was, I had to be there for the team. That's true leadership. And that's my problem with the Sixers, is why I'm saying that this team lacks discipline, and I feel like it's an excuse team. Not really more so Jimmy Butler, because Jimmy Butler has shown up. And I'm telling you, Ben Simmons is not going to be able to touch the ball on the floor, because I told you, this is going to be the second year in a row that he gets neutralized by a very stout defensive team. I've been saying it. I have been saying it. Ben Simmons plays better when Embiid's not on the floor. He does play better because it's like the driving lane opens. But this is why, Ben Simmons, you need to get a jump shot. You're going to get exposed again by the Raptors, this time by the Raptors. This is why it makes it even much more tougher. And I feel like with the Philadelphia 76ers, they lose again, it's going to be like people who are overrating them and said this was an NBA Finals team. They went all in, losing first-round picks, to get guys like Tobias Harris and to get Jimmy Butler. I'm telling you right now, man. I traded Covington, Dario Saric, and, those players. They go all in, and then to display this kind of performance, my question is, do you break it up, man? Like, who knows? And you tell Ben Simmons, you need to get a jump shot, man. And I could just tell by Simmons' body language. It's like he just lowers himself in terms of expectation-wise. Like, he passes up a lot of shots because he knows he can't shoot. He knows his limitations. And it's like, it's honestly ridiculous, man. This is not good for the Sixers. The Sixers are losing this series. I at first said that they had a chance to win, and that the Raptors, to me, like, if their bench didn't show up. But, hey, the Raptors may have found something. And, look, kudos to Nick Nurse for his coaching adjustments, because a lot of people have said, I don't think Nick Nurse knows what he's doing. He looked like he's not meant for this, but he's made great coaching adjustments against the Sixers team. Having Gasol and Ibaka in the game, putting Gasol on Embiid, Kyle Lowry, utilizing him in more pick and roll. And the Raptors bench just played well. So give them a lot of credit. Give the Raptors a lot of credit. I think the Raptors are going to close the series out in 6 games. Philly may win, and it goes back to Game 7. Who knows? It's possible. I just think that the Raptors are going to close out this series and send Philadelphia packing. That's just my opinion. But, let me know what you guys think about these 2 games of the Nuggets and the Blazers, and the, Philadelphia 76ers and the Toronto Raptors. I'm honestly disappointed by both teams, more so by the Philadelphia 76ers. See, people were presuming that the Boston Celtics and possibly the Sixers could be in the conference finals because of what happened last year. But now the Raptors and the Bucks, more so ever, are actually showing you that neither of these 2 teams deserve to be in the conference finals. They really don't. They really don't. And I'm going to make a video on the Boston Celtics and say why they have been really much so disappointing in the playoffs. So stay tuned for that. So let me know what you guys think, man. As always, man, bless up. One love. Peace. Thanks for watching.